Nabuyogan. Oh, you're out of frame.
Hello, everybody, and wonderful to have so many people join us on this journey to Uganda. You're all here because you've said yes to sponsorship and are part of the World Vision family, supporting the most vulnerable people around the world. We're about to visit Uganda live and to see the impact of what your decision is making currently in Uganda. Let me share a few words of navigation before we start. So before we get started, a few tips on how to navigate this platform. Today's presentation will be in English and is being recorded so that we can share it with partners from around the world. If you would like to hear the presentation in Finnish, please click on the headphone icon on the bottom of the page, change the audio to the on position, and select your language. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to use the chat and the QA features. We'll have staff standing by to help answer all your questions. Ennen kuin aloitamme, haluaisin jakaa vielä muutaman vinkin alustan käytöstä. Tapahtuman kieli on englanti ja se nauhoitetaan, jotta voimme jakaa sen kumppaneillemme ympäri maailmaa. Jos haluat kuulla esityksen suomeksi, paina kuulokkeiden kuvaa sivun alalaidassa. Muuta ääni on-asentoon ja valitse sieltä kieli. Jos teillä herää kysymyksiä tai haluatte kommentoida, voitte käyttää chat-toimintoa. Meillä on kollegat täällä valmiudessa vastaamaan kaikkiin kysymyksiinne. We're doing this for the first time, so I hope that you will be patient with us and give us mercy on any technical issues that we might encounter during the visit to Uganda. But we're really, really excited to have you on board. So let's go to Uganda. Hello, Uganda, Patrick and Sarah, with the teams from Kirewa-Nabuyogan and Lalogi-Lakwanassa. Are you present?
Yes.
So, wonderful to have you on board. So today we want to take the audience on a journey and a brief celebration to celebrate the role that our donors have played in the change that's happening in Uganda. We're meeting with Patrick and Moses from Kirewa-Nabuyogan. We're visiting Kirewa-Nabuyogan to see what kind of impact we can make in 15 years. We'll see the community where we've been present for more than 15 years. And because the community has succeeded so well, we'll see how World Vision is moving forward to another community. So later on, we'll be able to join Lalogi-Lakwanassa project, which is a newer project. Before I give the word over to you, let's see a short reminder, a short video to remind us about what World Vision's unique sponsorship approach is.
Water, food, healthcare. They're life-saving, but on their own, not enough to break free from poverty. As a child sponsor, you do so much more than give a child a meal for today or a warm blanket for tonight. You give your sponsored child and their community the tools they need to help themselves, to take lead in their own lives and write their own futures. Solving extreme poverty starts with empowerment. That's why local staff work side by side with the community for up to 15 years, building skills, confidence, change. First, we listen to community members to understand their children's greatest needs. Then together, we develop a plan to target their root causes. With your help, we equip the community to put the plan into action, to lead and own the change, so it lasts. That's real impact. For a child, change looks like being in school instead of home, sick from drinking dirty water, growing healthy instead of worrying about when you'll eat next, feeling safe instead of scared of being married off, forced to work, or worse. growing up with caregivers who can provide for you now and in the future. In a community where boys and girls can thrive. People like you, championing children in the world's toughest places, helping them become all they were created to be. When you become a sponsor, you begin an adventure like no other, to empower a child and their community to break free from poverty for good.
So let's go over to the first team at the former Kirewa-Nabuyogan project to learn about the lasting community change when World Vision finishes its work. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Moses. I hope you can hear us well. How are you doing?
Yes, we can hear you very well. We are doing fine.
How wonderful. So I know you want to share the story of what kind of change has happened in Kirewa-Nabuyogan, what kind of closure and impact the project has received. So over to you. Let us hear your story and your thoughts about the project that has ended in your area.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from Uganda. Speaking, I'm Patrick Omoit, Programs Manager, World Vision Tororo Butareja Cluster, which hosted Kirewa-Nabuyogan area program that started in 2007 and phased out in 2023. Kirewa-Nabuyogan started as a result of an assessment that was carried out, which indicated high levels of malnutrition amongst the children, low intake of nutritious food, and lack of enough food in communities and families, poor health-seeking behaviors that led to high mortality rates amongst children and mothers, high rates of school dropouts, leading to very many youth with unemployable skills. With these and funding from Finland sponsorship, we were able to implement projects and activities that improve the livelihood of the communities. We trained community health workers and equipped health facilities with life-saving equipment. We trained farmers and households on improved farming methodologies that led to increased food supply and yields. We facilitated identified youth and vulnerable children who are dropped out of school with life skills like metal fabrications, electrical wiring, mechanics, salon and hairdressing, which skills they are put in place. Because of that, there's a reduction on malnutrition in the communities of Kirewa-Nabuyogan. There's a reduction in mortality rates of mothers and children who are accessing better health services in these facilities that we equipped. There's a very big reduction in communities that lack food. Families are able to access all around the year food. The youth acquired skills that they are now employing and improving on their livelihoods. I'm here with this one of the vulnerable RSCs that we identified in the community. He's among the many that we supported. He's going to tell us this of change, how we identified him, supported him. Moses, you're most welcome. Please tell us your story and tell the audience how World Vision supported you through sponsorship.
Okay, thank you, Patrick, for giving me opportunity to share my success story with the teams from World Vision. Yango Moses from Nabuyogan. Sponsored the child in metal application and electrical installation in the early year 2000. Being a child was brought up from a very poor family of 12 children and being an eldest son in a family. I faced so many challenges which could not allow me meet my dream of acquiring better education to become a doctor. After education, acquiring education.
Yes, Moses.
After that, actually those situations, the life I was going through, the challenge, could not allow me to continue with the studies. So that one forced me to drop out of the school because I was now helping my parents to get all these young ones to look for what to eat. However, through World Vision program, I was awarded education. Actually, I was awarded education opportunity to join tertiary institution to get skills. However, when I finished that,
it seems we're having a bit of a challenge with the technology and the internet connectivity. But I really want to thank you, Patrick, and thank you, Moses, for sharing what kind of changes happened in Kirewa-Nabuyogan. I hope you could hear Moses' story about being one of the children in a large family and being the oldest son, having to drop out of school to help take care of his siblings and his family, and again, getting an opportunity to get education, vocational education, starting his own business, and through that helping himself to build a different life, and of course supporting his own family to change their income and ensure that they could lift out of poverty. So sorry for the bad connection, but I do hope you could catch the most important message, the huge change that has really happened in Moses's life. And he's just one example of how change in Kirewa-Nabuyogan has moved the community forward. So what does it look like when World Vision actually enters a new community? We've visited a community that has transformed within the 15 years. Let's go to a community that is just starting with the change. Hello, Sarah. I hope you can hear me. Sarah is our representative.
Greetings from Uganda.
Yes, from World Vision Uganda. And wonderful to be able to visit you in Lalogi-Lakwanassa, one of the area programs that has started quite recently and which is still in the early stages of development. How are you, Sarah, doing? How is the weather treating you in Uganda?
As you can see, it's really a hot day here in Lalogi, but all the same, warm greetings from Uganda. My name is Sarah Chirabo. I am a donor liaison officer for World Vision in Uganda. As you've been to Kirewa-Nabuyogan, I guess you've been able to meet Patrick and Moses to hear their story about the impact of sponsorship in a community where World Vision has spanned for over 15 years. Right now, I'm standing at Lamudogi Learning Center, located in the Lalogi area program in northern Uganda. In this community, the area program started in 2019, and it is in its 5th year of implementation. This is what we typically call a planning phase. So what happens in that planning phase is we are in engagement, building relations with the community, doing a lot of community sensitization and building, changing the mindset. Then we also map out vulnerable communities, and we also get to understand the biggest challenges the community is facing. Those are the decisions that inform our direction in terms of our implementation in the next 10 years or so. In this particular learning center, where we are standing right now, World Vision identified one of the biggest challenges in the community was low literacy levels and high rates of child abuse. So in this learning center, there is, it's a community learning center, not typically a school, but a learning center that helps children to learn comprehension and reading at an early level. So today, I'm very, very excited to introduce to you one of the children that have gone through this learning center and have learned a lot about reading and comprehension, and they're doing well in the primary school that they joined. Please meet Stuart. Over to you, Stuart.
Hello, my name is Stuart. I have been primary school. I am 12 years old. If I grow up, I will be a policeman. Welcome to my community. I have one time
When I started learning at this learning center,
a phone, one to church.
I didn't know how to read and write.
Catch a phone, uniform no bear. I thought the walk over two the phone, made over to the team.
We had training sessions where they taught us how to read and comprehend stories and write numbers.
Oh, me what did I do? Our dog gun. What do you get your
Whenever they would give us homework, I would do and come back on Saturday, and the teacher would appreciate me.
See, and that phone is wrong, but I'm going to tell what.
I have learned so many things, and now I come back to help the younger children understand how to read and write. So, Stuart, can you tell us more about what is going on in this learning center?
Sit down.
Let me take you around. We have parents and teachers at this place, and they are participating in creating learning materials. Today we are doing clay making and mat making. The parents act as a guide to the children, and they help the children to participate, improve creativity and innovation at this materials creation tent. We also have so many reading materials that help to improve the learning environment. Let's move to the next tent. And this side, we have younger children who are participating in reading and comprehension. I want you to meet Teacher Miriam, who will tell us more about what is happening here.
Anya kelo Miriam Nancy atila phone lambe learning center kan group enini watika kwano story makili.
My name is Miriam, and I'm a teacher at this learning center. I help to children learn how to read and comprehend, so that when they go to other schools, they're able to catch up with a formal education system.
Story kilwani Joseph and his dreams.
Today we are reading about Joseph and his dreams.
Story ni konywa wakwano wanyang iye ki mechopulek mamekwa.
So this story helps the children to understand how we can have big dreams and stick to them until we achieve them. Thank you so much. Thank you.
How wonderful to meet with
a friend who have a special traditional song that they want to share with you. So
that's wonderful.
Free to stand up and dance and participate from wherever you are as you watch the special presentation from the children at this learning center.
Yeah, nana owelo.
Thank you to Lalogi-Lakwanassa, to the children that we've met, and Sarah, to you.
Thank you, Finland. Thank you.
It was wonderful to see the dance, so much energy and color and just the spirit of the children.
Finland, on behalf of World Vision Uganda, on behalf of the community of Lamdogi and the entire area program of Lalogi-Lakwanassa, we want to say thank you so much for choosing to walk this journey of transformation with us. Apoyo, thank you so much. Over to you, Annette.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and please greet the children and thank them for the dance and for the participation. We know that education is the key to a better future, so it's wonderful to see that this reading club can really support the young children in your community. So wasn't that exciting for all of us to see? So wasn't that exciting to be able to visit both Kirewa-Nabuyogan, the program that has already ended, and hear the story of Moses and the change that has been happening, as well as visiting Lalogi-Lakwanassa, the project that is still in its starting stage, but at the same time, a lot is already happening, and we could hear Stuart share how excited he is about learning how to read and write, and Miriam, the teacher, share what kind of activities they are doing. We hope that these two visits have really inspired you and helped you to understand how sponsorship works and what the long-term impact you've had, because you've said yes to becoming a sponsor and to support the work that we are doing and to support the children and their communities to be empowered. In our next segments, we'll have a look at what's happening next in Uganda and what World Vision is doing to ensure from poverty. You've already decided to make the decision of supporting and sponsoring children in Uganda. And we hope and wish that you can join us in helping even other communities such as Payule or Lalogi-Lakwanassa. And we hope that you share your experience with as many friends and relatives that you feel appropriate. Currently, we have about 1,000 sponsored children waiting for sponsors from Finland in Uganda. If you wish to become a sponsor for another child or want to share the story that you're on, the journey that you're on with other people, and maybe have them join us in the World Vision family by becoming a sponsor, it's easy to do so through the link that's just turned up on the bottom of the page. You can also connect with us through our webpage, www.worldvision.fi, or send an email to asiakaspalvelu@worldvision.fi, and we'll reach back to you. There are two different ways to become a sponsor: the traditional way, where you can choose a child for yourself, or through our chosen way. Let the child choose you as their sponsor. The next chosen event will be in Payule in May, so it's a great time to sign up for that. Send us your picture and have a child from Payule, Uganda, choose you as their sponsor. At this point, I'd like to invite everybody from the different teams to join me on the screen one last time. Let's see if we can get everybody on the screen. Just to say a great big thank you for all of the teams that have participated in this event. And while we're waiting for others to pop up, let me just mention that We will share a post-event survey, and we hope that as many as possible of you will take the time to answer that survey so that we can make future experiences even better than this one. It seems like we might not be able to get Lalogi-Lakwanassa team on board at the moment, but let me say thank you, Kirewa-Nabuyogan team. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Moses. It's wonderful to connect with you. Thank you for taking the time to join us on this journey. And I guess at this time, it's time to say thank you to the whole, all the audience. We've had more than 400 people online, which is a wonderful amount of people joining us on this journey. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for sponsoring the children in Uganda. Let's stop here. Goodbye to everybody.
Bye-bye.